Hello everyone, KingslayerKoshy, and welcome back to Dust. In the last part, we learned the truth about Dust, and in this part, we're going to do some cleanup. Starting with the Glade. Okay, so while I guess we're journeying through, I can finally start talking about the little problem I have with this game. And it boils down to the last part. If you saw the last part, there was a lot of the animated cutscenes that were added into the game. And it's not the fault with the cutscenes so much, because the animation for the cutscenes is very fluid and it looks very good. But it's a matter of they got really talented voice actors to do, talented people to do the voicing for the characters. And well, I just wonder if this was more so because he was it was a strap for time, which is why he didn't do this, or this was just an afterthought. But this always did scream a little lazy that they didn't add more cutscenes to it throughout the game. Mostly because one big problem with this game is playing through it, it's very text heavy. Also, around here is the third Cerulean trial, which at this point in time shouldn't be too bad, but it does give me a hard time because I'm still had all the trials. I still have to get used to the layout, and also I do try to rush through it, so I do have to take this a couple of times, but it's nothing major. It's the only thing I'm missing here, and as you guys can see, I didn't even need the double jump to come to do this trial. I could have come in without it, but it does make this trial a lot easier. But as you can see right now, I'm doing a terrible job at our first attempt. But obviously, first attempt show you how it's done, like what you're supposed to do, and then I cut till I show you 4-star rating. But obviously the 4-star rating means absolutely nothing at this point, because really the original purpose of the 4-star rating is for achievement, which I've already gotten, so there's nothing really new there. Also, I leave in this part to show that I'm making some new equipment. Now that I finally got some stock for some of these items, I can build myself the mountain gear. And buying a couple of these for the frozen blade, okay. Which is better than my original spirit augmentation, whatever the hell it was called. And because it took me a couple of tries, here's the final try where I actually finally nailed it. And this is the only thing that I'm missing here, so after this, we'll be done with the Glade. And our next stop, I believe, is the Ivy. Well, we'll get the names when we get to it, because I don't remember the name of this place off the top of my head. But yep, there's the 4-star ranking. For those of you who want to see a decent run of this. And yep, gonna be fighting back through the Glade, and yeah, the final area we need to go to is the Everdon Basin. But there's one thing that we can, actually there's two things we can get there. One of which is necessary for one of the things that we need to do for completion, and another is an ability that's kind of unnecessary. But yeah, just letting it out because, quite frankly, I got lazy. I forgot to cut this out, to be honest. So leveling up. It's nice. But yep, there's the Glade 100%. The next place I stop is... it's the Hidden Cove, not the Ivy Glade. Or Ivy Dale Glen or whatever it's called. But yeah, if you remember early on, Moska... we gave Moska a note mentioning about the Hidden Cove and how he and his girlfriend used it as a hiding spot for obvious reasons. We're gonna go see her now. We're gonna finally explore this place, clean house, and hopefully find Sarahi. This place is a little bit of a maze. The only thing you really need is the climbing ability. But once you do that, it's really not that bad. It's all you need. All you need is the climbing ability and you'll be good to go. And inside that center cavern here is actually where you want, is where some of the treasure is, which is not really a chest so much as it is a bunch of keys. Actually, no, never mind. This is actually where you need to go.
Who's there? Who are you?
Are you Sarahi? Don't worry, I'm a friend.
Please, just stay back.
Sarahi!
Moska? Moska, is that you?
Yes, Sarahi, it's me!
Oh, Moska. Denim was destroyed. Everyone was killed. I was so scared.
You don't have to worry anymore, Sarahi. My friend Dust here, he stopped that menace in Denim.
Those monsters destroyed my home, Moska. I don't know what to do.
We'll go back to Aurora, okay? You and me. We'll figure something out.
Will you two be alright?
I think so, Dust. Thank you for everything.
A single survivor in the whole village.
One is better than none. Come on, let's get out of here.
I'm looking at the background. Looks like they used the background for the Soaring Meadows. Yeah, here you want to go to get. You want to go here to get the keys. And that's all the treasure here. So, yep, that's the Hidden Cove. And our final stop in this part will be the Abides Forest. And there's a lot to explore here. A lot of it I ignored because I knew I need abilities I'm going to need later down the road. And I'm going to be pausing a lot here because the combo meter keeps blocking where the map is, which is extremely annoying. I kind of wish there was a dedicated place for the map, because pausing is a little bit awkward. But yeah, I'm just exploring. There isn't too much to really say around here. Most of this cleanup should end up pretty quickly because most of the enemies at this point in time should just go down in a flash of light, because at this point in time you should have equipment that will pretty much break everything. Unless you're playing the game on the hardcore mode. Which I guess is another problem with Dust, is also that the game is generally easy. Although that's not necessarily a bad thing. So like I said, I'm not sure if I said this earlier, but if I didn't, I'll say it now. This is a pretty good introduction to those who want to get into the Metroidvania style gameplay. It is pretty basic at the core, because there's not too many options in terms of combat and what you can do. But the game itself is overall very fun and a lot more successful than some AAA titles that big name publishers take out, including some other indie games as well. And then again, the reason indie games usually get the legendary bad reputation is mostly because developers tend to actually be pretty, tend to have pretty sensitive. But that's a story for another time. There's one game I'm thinking of in particular, but I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Nor do I really care to, because it's a piece of crap, and it's not about. I'm not here to talk about crappy indie games. I'm here to talk about dust. I am seriously amazed that this guy has nothing to say after we have come up Whitemore Mountain's plot and learned about the truth. I swear, it seems like you think this guy has more to say at certain points,
Your transaction.
but no.
Thank you.
And now we have the slide ability. We can slide here and explore the caverns here, as well as beat the crap out of these slimes that gave us such a hard time in the beginning of the game. So yeah, just hanging around here. But, yeah. Down here you want to take these bombs with you. Actually, I'm not sure there's any particular purpose to the bombs. But, I guess you can take them with you to clear out the enemies if you're still a little weak at this point in time, but... I head up only to realize that the treasure's still down there. And there's a locked person down here, so unlock it. And it's a hyperduck brother. Alright, next time is gonna be more exploring. See you guys then.